Welcome to the Rifleman's Workbench. I'm Jared Moser with Black Rain Ordnance, and today I'm going to show you how to install the Black Rain Ordnance free float rail system on your AR-15 rifle. All the accessories and parts I'm going to talk about today can be purchased through your local Black Rain Ordnance authorized dealer. They're the same high quality parts that we use in all of our production rifle builds. For this project, we're going to be installing a Black Rain Ordnance 12-inch modular free float rail. The rail comes with the barrel nut and all the necessary hardware to install it, which include 8 rail screws and 2 set screws. The tools you'll need to install the rail system are a 3/32 Allen wrench, a 5/64 Allen wrench, and a standard armorer's wrench. We're going to assume you know your rifle well enough to have removed your flash hider, gas block, and the factory rail system. At this point is a great time to inspect your barrel extension and the upper receiver for any damage. Once you've inspected the barrel, made sure the extension's clean, go ahead and put your barrel in your upper. Next, we're going to install the barrel nut. The first thing we're going to do is apply just a small amount of anti-seize to the threads on the upper receiver. This will keep any corrosion from building up in there, making it easier to take apart if you ever want to swap to something different. Next, we'll slide the barrel nut on. And thread it down until the inner nut bottoms out on the upper receiver. Now we need to take a look and see just how deep that barrel nut's going on the upper. We don't want it too tight or the rail will hit the upper receiver. We don't want it too loose because we don't want a gap in between them. We also obviously have to keep in mind that the notch for the gas tube has to be in the appropriate place. This looks like a pretty good distance right here. So we'll slide the rail on and check our depth. And that looks like it's pretty good actually. Now, if we needed to make an adjustment to that inner nut, we'd use the Allen wrench, back the set screw out, and then we can adjust the inner nut whichever direction we need to go. This is actually really close to being right, so we'll tighten it down right there. And you want to snug the set screws opposite of each other in the barrel nut, a little bit at a time so everything stays centered. Now we'll take our armorer's wrench, line it up in the notches on either side of the gas tube. Tighten it down, making sure that channel lines up perfectly with our port in the upper. Now we'll test fit our gas tube. Looks like it goes in good. And we'll tighten the gas block down. We're using the Black Rain Ordnance adjustable gas system on this. And what we'll do is we'll just snug this, and it'll sort of center with this channel, but you want to look down the receiver and make sure it's not binding or fighting in any way. And now we'll tighten the block down. Alright, now we're ready to put the rail on. Make sure that those set screws are sitting just below the surface of the barrel nut. That'll ensure that your rail will slide on nice and smooth. Now we've got our holes lined up, the rail lines up, everything looks real good, and we can put our rail screws in. Now there's 8 of these, and one of the nicest things about this system is that even without the screws in it, it's very, very snug just sitting on there floating. So that ensures it's going to stay in one place once you put it on the gun. You'll notice the screws have just a little bit of Loctite on them, so they won't rattle out on you. And just finger tight, The barrel nut is aluminum, so you don't want to cross thread these screws as they go in. So just take your time. If it feels like it's binding, then see if there's something in there blocking it. The Loctite will make it feel a little bit stiff, so pay attention to that. Alright, now everything feels real good. Recheck your alignment, just make sure everything's nice and straight, and then you can go around and snug each of these screws. I like to alternate front to back as I go around the barrel nut and tighten these down, just so that everything gets torqued evenly. Now the last thing we need to do is install our flash hider or comp. We've got the pineapple flash that's going on this. They are sharp, so be careful when you're putting them on. Center that crush washer. Alright. Now you're ready to put your bolt carrier charge handle back in, put this thing on, go to the range. Thanks for watching this episode of the Rifleman's Workbench. Be sure and check out our website, blackrainordnance.com, and follow us on social media. I'm Jared Moser with Black Rain Ordnance, and we'll see you at the range.